Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 across the Dnieper here today on the channel. We're back playing on the sub-mod, which is during the Ukraine crisis. We're going to be starting a daily Let's Play here today as Poland in 2022. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. The main objective of this series is to maintain a strong and proactive stance in helping Kyiv be a strong, vocal opponent against Russian aggression, be one of the leading European nations gifting military aid to Ukraine, and maybe, just maybe, we might put boots on the ground. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into playing as Poland on the Eastern Front. Let's play as Duda. 1st of February 2022, the calm before the storm, regular. We are using some custom game rules, such as NATO disbanded, to make things even more difficult for us. We'll go through the Polish economy, what we've got at our disposal, our military equipment, material and whatnot. So welcome to Cross the Dnieper. I would highly recommend this mod. Focus tree wise, there isn't a custom one, but we will go with political effort, which will give us 120 political power. We can align with the West and East, industrial effort and whatnot. Okay, so we're currently under the leadership of Duda. The next election is in October 2023. So the PIS is currently the leading party here in Poland. We have 68% stability, 27% of Poles support war support. We have a 140k manpower. We have a whopping 59 factories, 38 civies, 17 military. Our fuel could be an issue, and it's the 1st of February 22. We have a volunteer-only army. We would like to probably move that to limited conscription. We are a liberal democracy here in Poland. We have a Western-built economy. We have a free press and free trade unions, apparently, and we are Western-aligned. There are various political advisors we could look to bring on in. Social and attitudes and regulation. We are a traditionalist country, behind closed doors, full equality, religious, interventionalist, and heavily regulated there with alcohol. Okay, and there's no designers we can bring in. Okay, we can keep that restricted. And here are some of our potential military officers we can bring on in. Decisions wise as well, we can actually look to bring in a bill for conscription and move towards a war economy. We can actually change the Polish flag. We have an intelligence agency here. Oh, okay, so this is just defaulted. What is the oh god, what is the Polish Secret Service? What is their ASIO/MI5? I'm going to have to Google this. Bear with me. I'm going to have to chuck a VPN on. What is the Polish Secret Service called? Oh, okay, so now I'm reading. So the Polish intelligence is divided into intelligence and counterintelligence services, both military and civilian. The civilian ones are closest to MI5 and MI6. AWABW. Okay, so I'm gonna write this properly for all you Poles. I'm sure you're gonna appreciate it, and we'll just go with you. So AW. I think I've spelt that properly, and let's go with this one looks cool. So does that. Okay, let's create the AW agency. Let's have a look at our research. AKMs, javelins, stingers, support companies. Oh my god, drone recons. Yikes. Okay, designers. If we talk to the Americans, we can get the M1 Abrams, the Challenger 2s, the Leopards. Currently we produce the T-64, the T-72, the T-80 and the T-90. I believe there's some Korean tanks now that we can probably have the blueprint for. We probably need to get anti-air. We do have limited artillery and rocket. Navy-wise, it's probably not going to be an issue in this series. As we're in a zoomed-in map in Eastern Europe, the Baltic isn't going to be too much of a concern. We might look to upgrade our domestic airframes. So let's start off with 4G satellites, getting additional research speed. Let's go with experimental rockets to get the research. And let's go with production there as well. Actually, I might switch that to construction. I've changed my mind. Okay, diplomacy-wise, Slovakia likes us the most, followed by Bulgaria, Croatia, Czechia, and Hungary. Abkhazia, Bosnia, Donetsk, Luhansk, and the Federation don't like us, obviously. Oil at 63, aluminium at 18, 3 rubber, 31 tungsten, 64 steel, chromium, so overall pretty decent. Construction-wise, let's look to build some civies towards the west of the country, away from Kaliningrad and the Suwalki Gap, which we can see here, or corridor. We could look to maybe take that territory back in Lviv, if everything doesn't go to plan for the Yukis. Okay, so let's have a look at our military factories. So at the moment, currently producing infantry, support equipment, 19 a day, 6 howitzers a week, or artillery, 3 javelins a week, 3 anti-air, bunch of tanks. We're making 1 infantry fighting vehicle a week, that's pretty good. 5 BTRs though, and we're making 1 T-72 a month. Okay, recruitment wise, Polish armored brigades, Polish mechanized infantry battalion. Oh, that looks really good. Alright, so let's get them going. And we'll get them to be recruited fresh from our capital here in Warsaw. Logistics wise, we have 120 artillery pieces. We're negative on the infantry equipment. We have 159 anti-air, which is like Stingers and stuff. 159 anti-tank. We have 101 infantry fighting vehicles. We're currently negative on the APCs. We've got a bunch of trucks, 600. Support equipment, 240. We have 720 main modern battle tanks. Holy shit. 26 trains, 46 fighters, convoys. Okay, so that's our logistics and material, and we'll get our officer corps up. We currently have 53 divisions, 668 battalions, which is comprised of 23 APCs, 10 modern tanks, professionals, 6 paras, 5 marines. Looking at our army brigade, what do we got roughly? So there's like 32 T90s, 1 BMP-1. What do these armoured divisions here look like as well? It's all about the same, which is nice. A bunch of T90s. So I would like to get some more professional tanks, but we're still using the old Soviet class, old reliable. And looking at our mechanized infantry, 29 javelins, 29 anti-air, crikey. 53 BMP-1s, and 106 BDRM. And what about our grunts? They have a bunch of anti-javelin stuff as well. Bunch of support equipment. Nice. What about the paras? Okay. So at the moment, pretty well equipped. Although still using NATO issued stuff. NATO isn't a thing in this alternative timeline. To change things up. Alright, so Navy-wise, let's have a look at that. 4 fleets, 2 light cruisers, 4 destroyers, 1 subs. And that's here in Gdansk. We'll look to move. I don't even know. Is there even a worth getting a Navy? Like, I guess we could go with convoys, yeah. And then submarines, and then gift them to the Yukis. I don't even know. We don't really need submarines. Like, once... We're going to be able to take Kaliningrad, I reckon, quite easily. Once that falls, it's on to Belarus, and there's no naval engagements really for us. We'll see, but I guess anything can happen. Air wings wise, let's have a look at that. What are we working with? 46 fighters. Okay, well, let's grab the army and move it to the border. So 53. Let's grab a mix of... Fuck, hang on. I want like 30 divisions to go to... Oh, how many do I want actually? I think I want 30 divisions on the border with Belarus. Minimum. And we'll go with you and you. And then the rest... 23. And is that everyone? I think so. They can go to Kaliningrad Oblast. Sit on the border there. Let's set up an offensive front line. And then you can be all the way down here as well. Something like that. That's what we want. Let's go with aggressive battle plans. And because it's going to be quite some time before we fully commit military forces here, we might be better off to simply just do a bunch of exercises. So let's rebase them. We'll bring in a new commander there. Go with naval exercises. And air power. Let's do the same. Get them to do pilot exercises over the Baltic states. Okay, so we've got some plans and preparations to make and do before the Ukraine crisis fully breaks out. So this is how the GDP and financial situation is. So it's only 4.0% inflation. So if I am to bring in these additional tanks, we're making 1.3 T92s. So these would be the T80s, yeah? A lot of this is going to take quite some time to fully get our production capacity up. Probably try and get some aircraft here eventually as well. I think relying on mass amounts of old Soviet tech is probably the play. We can't get access to those state-of-the-art Korean vehicles just yet. So I think firstly, we're going to make plans and preparations to march over from the Polish border and liberate the peoples of Kaliningrad. We might even make it like a little enclave or something. Make it its own city-state. It'd be weird giving it back to the Germans. And we'll move on the Belarus border as well and try and flip them over to democratic. Alright, so they recognize the People's Republic. The Muscovites do. I believe there's some female Belarus political leader. I can't remember who that is. We can bring her back. Oh, but here we go. The invasion is fully underway. Donetsk, Luhansk. We're all going to join the Ukis. We'll join the Ruskies in their war. Okay. So he's still fresh-faced at the moment. Suited up. We're improving relationships with them. And we can't join in on the war just yet. NATO isn't a thing. I would love to create a faction with them, ideally. But I don't know if we can. So now that world tension's nice and high, we're going to declare war upon the Federation. Because Belarus is a puppet of them, I think we'll declare war upon the Federation. It's only going to take 40 days. And then we'll go against Belarus. Okay, we need to secure our oil supply. So let's negotiate with some non-aligned countries. Romania, Hungary, Slovakia. The closer to Poland, the better, I suppose. We're going to need a consistent amount of oil. The Ghost of Kiev. Okay. Feb 26 now. Unfortunately, Mariupol has now fallen. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like chickenpox. So they are slowly pushing on multiple fronts. Oh my god. They've only lost 4k, the Federation, to the Ukraine's 50k. The fall of Bakhmut. Yevgeny and the boys have taken it. Early on in this alternative timeline. Let's get our Polish Air Force up over the top. Once we cut off the Suwalki Gap, we should be able to rush into Kaliningrad. I don't think we're going to have too much of an opposition. They've lost 12k to... Oh my god. This is not good for them whatsoever. They're just taking such high casualties. Let's try and increase our relations with them. It doesn't seem possible to create a faction with them, unfortunately. So, we're not going to be able to see into the fog of war. See the exact military equipment and their assets moving around the place. We're just going to have to rely on open source territorial maps, I guess. It's kind of funny. Still waiting for our justification to complete. 5th of April 2022. Because we cannot allow this aggression to continue. So ideally we want to get to a point where we're just being one of the main European leading nations providing military aid. Just whatever we got spare. Send tanks, armored vehicles, howitzers, and any other critical military equipment we can get, the better. Especially volume, speed, and willingness is vital. We're still under the reign of Duda. We might eventually switch the leadership to, in real life, newly appointed Prime Minister Donald Tusk, who has pretty much committed to Ukraine as well. From what I remember in the media, he was saying he wanted a full mobilization of Western support, and was criticizing Ukraine fatigue. It's even going to be more so in this particular playthrough, as it's basically just a bunch of unaligned countries, no NATO involvement, no EU, no NATO support. I'm sure we'll overlook the Polish political tensions of the agricultural trade issues and whatnot. I still think a majority of Poles probably support the continued and economic military assistance to Ukraine overall. They do not like Russian aggression. Not too far away now before we can push over the border. And now we can, as war has officially been declared. Now, there shouldn't be too many military forces here in Kaliningrad. It's probably more of just like a border force and border guard. Okay, his portrait's now changed. We can't join their war or do anything different. Okay, it's split. So, the Polish-Russian war. Let's go. Let's liberate the peoples of Kaliningrad. So, a lot of their best and finest military forces will be in the east of the country. Let's march the 13th Armoured Brigade of Poland into the regional capital. Oh, okay, looks like the Baltic Navy is engaging me. They have a fair few destroyers there. We were only doing training exercises. Okay, we've managed to encircle a pocket of them in the south. Let's take those tiles cleanly. And once we fully surround, encircle, and capture the Kaliningrad Oblast, we're going to be able to swing around over to Belarus. I don't think we're probably going to get attacked unless they drop like paras in. They technically should be able to navally invade, but because it's so zoomed in, basically St. Petersburg isn't on the map. Because you'd imagine they'd be constantly naval invading from somewhere like there or something. Okay, let's go with ties with the west, and then we'll switch on over to our increased production capacity. Okay, so Kaliningrad has fallen. Melitopol has fallen down in Ukraine. Okay. And we're in a really good spot now, so let's start justifying against Belarus to liberate the Belarusians. That's going to take 140 days though. Interesting. I don't know why, but it seemed like we had more of a easier time getting a claim on Kaliningrad. I'm not too sure about Polish claims there. Was it ever controlled? Maybe Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth at one point. We could go after the Lithuanians as well, as they're not aligned. That'd be quite funny. I do know, obviously, in that Halych area, near Lvov, still a large Polish diaspora community. Okay, we've nearly fully eliminated Federation forces in Kaliningrad. We're so close. The 4G satellites have been complete. And then we can just focus on Belarus, which might actually be a pretty hard opponent. They haven't lost any military logistics or materiel. In Ukraine, so they should be pretty strong to fight us. Okay, looking at the casualties sustained and inflicted, we've lost 1,000 Poles trying to take Kaliningrad, which is a bit. To be fair, we weren't using all of our military forces at our disposal technically. We're only using 20 divisions or so, keeping the more than half of the army in reserve on the Belarus border, technically the Polish border, ready to go. Okay, so now that we've taken that territory, we've got access to their military infrastructure. Yeah, so let's have a look at the tanks. Jeez, a year? Maybe they'll drop down quite a bit, but that's crazy. That's going to take so long. To be fair, our military production isn't the best. And this mod is still in beta. I don't know Poland's properly done as a faction, really. If we're being honest. Okay, well, let's get all of those military forces, like I said. We'll move and swing them down and around. Get them on the border. And then we'll look to move into Belarus. Okay, we do seem to outnumber them. Battle plans wise looking good. It's probably not a bad idea to grab all of the navy. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, full of Beriadansk. Okay, so it looks like they're fighting back a bit. Oh, so they have cut them off there, though. Oh, that's on that massive southern push. Interesting, okay. So it seems to have leveled out a bit. Okay, it looked a bit crazy early on. Just waiting for this Belarusian claim to finish. But yeah, things looking a lot more secure here on the border. They can't threaten us in the north, I'm just double checking. Unless Slovakia, Czechia, the Slovaks get ideas. Okay, Mariupol. Basic machine tools have been complete. Yeah, like we haven't even got that, so that's why. Commissioning new tanks is going to take a little bit longer, gameplay-wise. And we haven't even gone with industry, like the 2004 stuff. Oh wow, okay. So it's really back and forth a bit. Casualties look a little bit more similar though. Oh wow, they're really pushing down towards that sea corridor. They've lost more now, 100k. They got jumped early on. But now they're starting to be quite resilient. Okay, let's go with industry effort. We should be okay. It just depends if they flood Federation forces over, or would they leave Belarus to their own devices. Okay. Yeah, they're really holding the south. They're actually pushing them towards the eastern as well. They've lost Melitopol again. They have got a bit on the east bank of the Dnieper, technically. Oh wow. Yeah, look at this. They're really holding them back. Donetsk is about to capitulate. Luhansk, not as much. I don't know why they haven't combined both of these two. But fair enough. Oh my god, it's ballooned to 850k now. Nearly 1 million. Not having those additional naval and factory assets in Kaliningrad might have done something. As we look to free up Ukraine's northern border. Oh my god, they're actually going to be able to push towards Crimea. What in the heck? They're doing so well in this series. This is August. Nice. The Yukis are throwing them back. Nearly 1 million Ruskies have been taken out nearly. Okay. They're about to get surrounded here though as well. And he just took Melitopol, they're about to lose it again. Okay, so that's now done. Back up on the Belarus border. Let's go with armament effort. And let's liberate the people of Belarusia. Okay. Initial push over the border. There's technically sort of a demilitarized zone between them and Ukraine, so something to keep an eye on. Oh wow, we're doing really well. Thankfully, these are just Belarusian regulars. Her Majesty, RIP. One of their major cities has fallen. Oh, we're hammering over the border. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. It's going to be fascinating to see once we get on the border with actual Federation territory. They don't seem to be getting any help. I guess they're too preoccupied down in the south. Oh, they're doing so well. Maybe they don't need my help. Okay. Now the advance is slightly halted in some areas. They're plugging it a bit. Okay, so now we've lost nearly 20k pushing in there. The Kremlin got hit. Interesting. Oh wow, there's been a civil war. Wait, what? Oh, that's annoying. They're technically on our side, but we can just declare war upon the rebels? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Can I use this? Like, can I negotiate with them to get over through their territory? Yeah, no, they're not going to give it to me. Oh, that's so annoying. Liz Truss resigns. Sunak in. What? Oh, yeah, let's send a congratulatory lettuce. Hilarious. I guess we just declare war upon them. We're going to be able to capitulate them like super quick anyway. If they're on the other side, I might have kept them. Alright. Let's quickly move on in. They're going to capitulate so quickly. Yeah. Oh my god. We just managed to like farm 100 tanks. Oh, we can't puppet that though. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll... Yeah, there's no option just to demand the territory. Hang on a minute. Aren't we meant to be liberating territory? Spreading democracy? We're just land grabbing now. But that, civil war has probably cooked them now. They ain't coming back from this. Whoa, what was that? Alright, let's just focus a little bit more narrowly. Slightly. Focus on taking Minsk. There we go. And some of the core Belarusian territory. Be ideal. They're about to capitulate. Nice! Looking at about 140 tanks now, and now they're done. So, now we border with the Federation. They're actually pushing into Crimea, which is interesting. Well, we'll swing around, and... So does this change things a bit? Oh, it actually gives us a little bit more in focus. Nice. Well, we'll push up. And I guess the Poles will march on Moscow. They're really threatening Crimea and that naval base. They might actually take Sevastopol. Or Sevastopol for you Brits. Let's go to the northern border there. Offensive line. Straight to Moscow. Liberate the Muscovites. Let's fly up there. With our winged hussars. Oh, we need to move our Air Force now. It ain't operating in Belarus. Okay, so... For whatever reason, sometimes they just don't go over the border. So we'll just give a front line there. It's going to look really border gory, but we need to take the initiative. Quick, fast. We cannot sit back and relax. We gotta go, 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 go. Put some pressure on them. We're gonna be able to take such a huge civilian and military factory base offline, which is massive. Interesting campaign for really a non-playable faction. It's kind of fun. Playing as Poland, mixing things up. Already played as Ukraine. But let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for this particular series. I would highly recommend Cross the Dnieper. Maybe play as Poland. After playing the two major factions. Let me know feedback and suggestions, of course. Thoughts and opinions. Propaganda. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure this comment section already is flooded. Okay. So we're sitting at 300k now. We haven't even taken like that much territory from them. Like, their stability is quite strong. 37% war support. Our stability's gone down a little bit slightly. Alright, we're on the doorsteps of Moscow now. Can the Poles march over the border and take it, ideally? That's what we want. 110 factories so far now. We probably need to go and actually set up some more. I gotta rejig all of this. This is crazy looking. Okay, so that should be nicer. We'll swing all the way down to the Caucasus, ideally. Still haven't taken their capital. We might be able to do now, though. No, we just need more forces there. They are starting to reallocate some of their Federation troops around and away. From the border conflict zone. How are they doing? Oh my god. They've nearly taken it all back. Donetsk is nearly capitulated. Same with Lugansk. What's going on in Moscow? I'm not quite taking it yet. A couple of outliers there. Some small villages west of Moscow. And on the border there with Belgorod we need to get. Such a large swath of territory. The Poles flooding over Kaliningrad, Belarus, and now into mainland Russia. Okay, so let's put some of these factories to work that you've occupied. Anti-tank. We've got a bunch. Okay, so we are getting like T-72s a bit quicker now. Huh, okay, yeah, so it's basically in the research and focus tree. It was pretty hamstrung. Interesting, okay. Wait, we can get T-90s quicker? Maybe because of the infrastructure? I don't know. Let's go with construction. Improvement there. We fixed our GDP and debt issue. Cynically taking territory. Yeah, but helping the Ukrainians. Okay, let's move up here. I would have thought there'd be more resistance if I'm being honest. Alright. Bridge down. Bridge blown. Still haven't taken the capital. We're so close. They're only like 90% towards capitulation. Oh nice, we can finally use combined arms. Let's unlock that. We have the experience now doing it. Little pocket there of resistance. Still holding for now. Might change once the capital Moscow officially falls. Liberation of Kerch. That's where the Kerch bridge is. So they took that. Okay, interesting. Right on the coast there. Nice. A little bit of border gore up here. Send one division to go around and deal with it. Pushing down into the south. The capital is about to... No, it's been fully taken. Nice. We're just trying and take those western suburbs. But Moscow has been taken by the Poles. Nice. And now we're really starting to push. Basically, oh, okay, so now they're sitting about 60. Oh, and calculating peace conference. So that's probably GG's then. And the Polish-Ukrainian alliance is going to defeat the Federation here today. Nice. Well, probably only going to do one video here and wrap things up. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this special Polish campaign on the Cross the Dnieper mod for Hearts of Iron 4. Like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel and shorts. Let me know other Hearts of Iron campaigns and playthroughs you'd like me to do on various mods. Modern Day, Cross the Dnieper, Fallout even. Road to 56, Kaiserreich. Let me know campaigns and factions in the comments. My name has been Simpsy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.